Welcome to today's insight and check-in. Just starting with a little music to set the scene, help you to soften. Deepen your breath. Ground yourself in, feet on the floor. Allow yourself to become fully present. And if you're interested in the music that I sometimes add to these videos, most of it at the moment is Ajit, A-G-J-E-E-T. Beautiful sounding music. Okay, so for today's insight, I'm going to just mention about cycles, that we are cyclical, if you didn't know that already, whether you're male or female. The male hormonal cycle is a 24-hour cycle, so it works with the day-night cycle. And obviously the female cycle is much longer than that. It can be 28 days, it can be 36 days, so it works with the lunar cycle. And the other cycles we have are obviously the seasonal cycles. So we have obviously winter, summer, autumn, spring. And we also have 4 pivotal points of the year known as the equinoxes. So you have the spring equinox on the 21st of March and the autumn equinox on the 21st of September or thereabouts. It's usually around that time, 1 or 2 days. And then you also have the solstices, which is the summer solstice, which is coming up on the 21st of June, and the winter solstice that comes up around the 21st of December. And the final cycle I want to mention for now, obviously you also have the yearly cycle, is the one that, can hardly speak, is the one called the 2-hourly organ cycle. And if you're familiar with traditional Chinese medicine, you will understand their 5-element theory. And they have created a system which is thousands of years old and extremely useful when you're wanting to understand dis-ease in the body. And this 2-hourly organ cycle goes throughout the 24 hours. The ones that I find particularly poignant are the ones in the night time, because when you're waking up in the middle of the night, it's usually associated with a particular organ time. So for example, 11 to 1 is gallbladder, 1 to 3 is liver, 3 to 5 is lungs, 5 to 7 is colon, 7 to 9 is stomach, and so on and so forth. And if for those organs to be in balance, the energy needs to flow smoothly through the body. And if we don't have the wherewithal, if we're dehydrated, toxic, out of balance, then those organs can show up with certain things happening at those organ times. So in the middle of the night, we might wake up. During the day, we might get a sudden drop in our blood sugar around the kidney time, for example. So it's quite useful to be in tune and to understand that there are roadmaps, holistic systems out there. If you think of reflexology and the roadmap of the feet, the ears, the hands, it's always telling us something. In yesterday's video, I was rubbing the colon point completely naturally, unconsciously rubbing it. Okay, so it's being aware of these cycles and tuning in. The one that we've got coming up obviously is the 21st of June. It's the summer solstice. The solstices are less dramatic in terms of their cleansing effect on the body. The equinoxes are much, much more powerful. Nevertheless, the summer solstice is a pivotal point, and in the 3 weeks leading up to the summer solstice and the 3 weeks after, there is a change going on within the system. And on a physical level, that's basically a gearing up. So it's a desire by the body to detoxify, to clear its gunk. And we can help that through mindfulness, through checking in, through our breath, through our dietary shifts, drinking more water and all of those kinds of things. If you want to know more, please do head over to my website where I have blogs and videos, my YouTube channel as well, and you will get lots more information about the influences of solstices and equinoxes. Okay, so let's get started. I might put this music back on because it's so pretty. And if you're interested in understanding how to use your breath to have a healing effect on your body beyond what I'm doing here, then there's a wonderful local expert in Guernsey called Paul Torrode, and his website is runabreath.com. And if you're on my mailing list, then you would have got my email yesterday with his information. Wonderful breath worker. You can have individual sessions, helps to clear old, stuck emotions and trauma. And you can also do group work with him sometimes too. Okay. So what do we need? Let's tune in. If you can, bare feet on the floor, particularly if the floor is made of wood or stone. Let's ground in. And really let's focus today on what do we need? What do I need? What do you need? Let's tune into it. Starting with the breath. Notice how you're feeling. Perhaps come to closing your eyes and just notice where your hands are naturally. Mine are actually stroking my thighs currently. So the need to ground in more is my sense today, that I'm sort of rubbing and stroking the thighs, the knees, all the way along here. There's no coincidence as to our actions and what we do. Okay, let's breathe in. We'll just quieten the music so that we can get really quiet within now. Just feeling this sense that we really want to get nice and quiet. So eyes closed, tuning in and picturing those roots growing out of the base of the feet and the spine. You can also do it out of the base of the spine. Big, thick, deep roots going out of the base of your spine and feet, deep, deep down, traveling into the core center of the earth. Really hooking you into the earth, grounding you into the earth. Imagine even burying your feet in the moist soil of the earth, perhaps up to your ankles, so you can really feel the earthiness and the support, and draw that energy up through your feet, all the way up through your legs, thighs, pelvis, torso, up through your chest, throat, through your head and out of the top of your head like a fountain, back onto the earth. And then letting sunlight drop into the top of your head like liquid gold, suffusing through the body, every orifice of the body, every cell, every corner, all the way down through, feeling it into the shoulders, feeling the weight of your shoulders easing, feeling the liquid gold melting any of the burdens that you carry, and just permeating down to the tips of your fingers, through your elbows, right down to the tips of your fingers. And then allowing it to course through the rest of the body, the chest, down to the stomach, the pelvis, the thighs, down to the tips of the toes. And letting both of these energies, the earth energy and the universal energy, circulate and come to a resting place in the heart center. Rubbing your hands together. Where do you feel drawn to place your hands today? Where do you need support right now? You can hear me rubbing my hands vigorously to create that warm healing energy, or to stimulate it. And I'm also feeling the desire to shake off. So perhaps if you want to open your eyes for a moment, it's this whole process of shaking off, of pushing the energy and clearing it from around your aura. We have about 7 layers, etheric layers, around our bodies. It's why when we walk into a room of people, we can sense the energy in the room. We are etheric beings, energetic beings. Let's tune into that. Okay, so placing these hands wherever they need to go. So I'm called to heart space and solar plexus. Solar plexus is also the stomach energy, stomach area, and the heart space where we give and receive love. Also related to the thymus endocrine gland, which supports our immunity. And going back to the question of, what do you need? Do you need to speak out and speak up? Do you need to speak to yourself? What words do you need to hear? If you could wave a magic wand, what magical words would drop in that you would love to hear, that would open your heart? You are a magical, beautiful being. I love you. I love to be around you. I accept you. All is well. Everything is working out. Perhaps it's I forgive you. Perhaps it's reaching out to someone and asking for a hug. Perhaps it's reaching out to someone and asking for something else that would support you, speaking your truth. And placing your hands in these areas brings attention to them, and also healing energy from your hands directed to this place to help rebalance your chakras, which rebalance your endocrine glands. And maybe your hands wish to move somewhere else, to support another area. And let's all tune into our third eye for a moment. This is our all-seeing eye, our seat of our intuition. And let's imagine sinking ourselves very, very small, or shrinking rather. Very, very small. Imagine there's a little doorway, stepping inside, stepping into that space. What does it feel like? Does it feel spacious and welcoming? Does it feel cold and dark? What does it feel like? What needs to happen here? What do you need in that space? Do you need a library of inviting books? Do you need a garden filled with magical flowers, healing herbs and balms? Do you need a pool of water to sink into and wash away your troubles? It's up to you. You can have whatever you want. Your imagination is there for a reason. Use it. Use your imagination to create whatever you want. It is your birthright. You are allowed. Give yourself permission to dream a little. Give yourself permission to have what you need to feel good and to speak out. Speak clearly what it is you want and need. First, it's always a good idea to do this internal check-in, this inward check-in, before we speak out to others, so that we're clear in our needs. We're clear what we can handle ourselves. We're clear to others when we need help, what help we exactly need. What do we need? Be clear. And if you're not clear, that's okay. The time will come when you are clear. Maybe it'll be later on today, straight after this video. Maybe it'll be when you wake up in the night or when you wake up in the morning. It doesn't matter. The simple thing is you're creating the space to allow that information to come. Okay, so bringing our hands together, leaving that space in the third eye. Perhaps you want to leave a mark of a symbol of something, a crystal or a leaf or something, to remind yourself of how it makes you feel when you're there. And then bring your hands together in a Namaste position to the heart space. Bow your head gently in gratitude for this moment. Deep breath in and out. Be gentle with yourself and see you again.